Should bosses today let their employees shop on Cyber Monday on company time? If so, how can the day still be productive?
They say the best deal of the day. They share places where they're getting deals. So they're actually taking time out that day. They're setting two benchmarks. They set benchmarks of let's talk, make it fun, and let's talk about what we can do, who has the best deals, share ideas. But then they also set benchmarks on productivity for that day.
Michael Ray Newman at ZIGLAR International and how to manage Cyber Monday at the office. He's here in about 20 minutes. Today is Cyber Monday, the day many retailers roll out incredible deals online. But it brings up a dilemma for bosses, right? Should they let workers do their shopping on company time? Is any loss in productivity worth it if it builds up morale? What does your company say about it? Analysis now from Michael Ray Newman, CEO and head of training for ZIGLAR International. Michael Ray, what can be done? I mean, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to, it's going to happen. Just like video now, they say on Facebook video, they recommend that you put the caption because more videos are watched from 1 and 4 in the afternoon Central Time than any other time of the day because people in their cubicles scrolling through their Facebook after lunch. So it's happening.
So if you're the manager then of your crew and you'd like to address it, understanding that it's going to happen, what can you do? Can you put certain restrictions on it, or say, hey, listen, how about a half hour? I know you're going to do it. What's the approach?
Well, there's a couple of different ways, and we have this same conversation every year when March Madness comes around.
Right.
Of what they're going to look their brackets, they're going to be watching the game, so you can either get on board with it, and there's some companies that'll even set time frames, like you said, that is a really good idea. Okay, and then they say bring it, and they have a board. They say the best deal of the day. They share places where they're getting deals, so they're actually taking time out that day. They're setting two benchmarks. They set benchmarks of let's talk, make it fun, and let's talk about what we can do, who has the best deals, share ideas. But then they also set benchmarks on productivity for that day.
We're speaking with Michael Ray Newman, CEO and head of training at ZIGLAR International. We're talking about whether or not employers should let their workers shop on, say, Cyber Monday. Do you find that there's a generational gap when you have to discuss this, say, with millennials versus baby boomers?
Yes, it is, and I can tell you that the boomers aren't as on board as the millennials. There's definitely a gap there. But what we've found though, when they do talk about this, and if we were to embrace it as a manager, as a leader of a company, the millennials actually get excited because they are contributing and they're teaching people how to look for some of these things, using some of the apps, using some of the codes, and the boomers feel like they're being taught something by the millennials, and it really turns into a positive situation, and it turns into a team building exercise if you use it the right way.
So we're kind of in this phase where many of us work beyond the 9 to 5 because we have our phones, so we're checking work-related emails. Some might argue we should be entitled to do a little Cyber Monday shopping on the company clock since we're probably not getting paid beyond the 5 o'clock punch-out time.
Man, I think that you nailed it because work is not necessarily somewhere we go anymore. It's what we do, and we're always connected, and that's a negative and a positive thing because we let it bleed over into our personal life and our family life, and sometimes it gets us out of balance.
Work isn't somewhere we go anymore. It's something we do. Michael Ray Newman, CEO of ZIGLAR International. 30 minutes now after the hour on This Morning, America's First News.